beginning of this semester, it was really all over the place. I barely figured out the best way for me to study during the pandemic. It's very difficult to find a rhythm. I think I burned myself out easily in the first few weeks because I
Yeah.
was trying to, I guess, first of all, trying to see how well I can do being several hours in front of a computer all day. That did not go so well because I did that for a few nights in a row and I literally got sick. I was like, oh my goodness, is this the virus? No, it wasn't. It was just my stress. Like literally my stress gave me a headache, gave me coughs, gave me
Mhm.
stomach aches. And then I was like, well, that can't happen again. I can't be having that every time I try to do my assignment. I feel like this week has been really good. I think part of it has been like doing those things that we mentioned, like going outside and
Mhm.
talking more to people and like connecting more to people. And then thankfully the guard class professor, she's very understanding. She puts everything like each week there's some large assignment due, but she understands that she needs to tell us kind of how to approach that assignment. And she's very flexible as long as you communicate with her, which is super, super sweet. Because I know professors don't have to do that, you know? And my strategy, I think it tends to vary. Before I used to focus on what was due first.
Mhm.
So at first it would be like maybe I have a few discussion forums that I need to put a response in or give responses to. Maybe I would do that. Now I would go class by class because I know some classes just feel heavier than other classes. And which assignment is weighed the most percentage wise? Like it sounds like it's not going to work because in your head you think I don't have the time for this. But in
Mhm.
reality, it's like, no, you do have the time for this. You just have to tell yourself, how do I want to feel when I see this assignment? And what's going to help me feel the best way possible for this assignment, for this project, and how we're understanding. Also, remembering, as important as it is to kind of see your progress, it's also important to not compare your life to others. Like for some people, they're fine, they don't compare their life to others. But like for myself, like it's very difficult to not think of myself and compare myself to like in my head a more successful student that is able to power through so many assignments and interviews and all this. But then you have to remember like, well, you're not that person. You're you, you know, like you're going through your own difficulties and your own achievements.
I think, Kim, you mentioned a very beautiful thing that we will compare, but how are we going to use our comparison to motivate us? Like to think in another perspective. Okay, yes, I recognize her ability at this point of the pandemic. She's doing so well. She's like
Mm,
doing all her assignments, she's performing, she's so active in Zoom, like she's talking to the lecturer as if she is not impacted, but you say, oh, I'm not her, I'm dealing with my own situations. The point is, if we keep on compare with other people and then it keeps on like pulling us down, we can choose to continue to be crushed by this comparison, or we do
yeah.
otherwise.
I believe that there's going to be something beautiful coming out from my experiences in a way that I can't see it right now. Like I'm only 21. Like I feel like I'm just a baby, but I feel like maybe when I'm older, like in my 30s, I'll look back and maybe I'll even laugh like, "Oh my god, I was so stressed out about this." I think someday I'm going to reach a point where all of this confusion, not just from the pandemic, but I think just from being like a young student, I think
Yeah.
all of this confusion is going to make sense. And I think someday I'll be able to help others. Not, I don't know how exactly yet, but I do believe that however I'm living my life is going to be beneficial and helpful someday. So we'll see.
You have been doing it. It doesn't have to be someday. You are already doing it. Like I know today talking with me, you are giving me a lot of ideas and sharing your experiences, like what you have talked about since we started this conversation, is going to help another person to see things in another perspective. And I really appreciate that you talk about like how things were really difficult for you. Want to tell you, I know you done things. Okay, girl, you did like one you're gonna like you did so many things, but you kind of like, okay, what did I do today? Like
Yeah.
I wasted time. But no, I think you did your best in the emotional capacity of that day. When you're feeling that way, you have strived to pursue certain achievements on that particular day. Any bits of achievement, like for example, I still remember, okay, today I did a good breakfast for myself. That was one achievement that I really
Mm.
help myself to say, okay, at least I did something. Oh, today I went out for a walk, and that really helps, right? So come on, Kim, I give you a good hug.
Oh, thank you for virtual hug.
virtual hug. This is definitely a virtual hug. Yeah. I mean, like, you're doing so many things, Kim. You see, you list down so many things already. I'm gonna
Oh,
send this recording to you, and I want you to see how many accomplishments have you done this past 7 months, right? You have went through hell and you stepped up one big accomplishment. Number two, you are trying to help your sisters. Wow, girl. Okay, that is one nice thing you are moving forward with. Number three, you sign up for an interview tomorrow to care for your community. Hey, hit on four, right?
yeah,
Kim,
I guess so.
there are only much things that you have done, and you have accomplished so much, and these are things that you have to see. You have to like, Kim,
Ah,
you know, every time
thank
you feel down, I want you to open your accomplishment page. I really want you to list down what you have done this 7. Take it as a really good self-care exercise.
Well, thank you. Before you keep talking, though, I want to thank you for, I guess, checking in with me and also thinking of me for this. Like, I do appreciate it a lot. And even though we don't talk frequently, like, I feel like I'm always learning something from our conversation, however much time passes between each conversation. Like, it's always something new that I'm learning, or like, oh yeah, like a new insight, or like I didn't see it that way in my head. I'll think about it. And oftentimes what I hear from you is stuff that stays with me for like months, like it'll come back to me like like a tool. Like it's useful, like very useful, insightful things. I just wanna also, I guess it's like a shout out to you too, like because I think you have like a very healthy approach to everything that's going on, and like strength that you have as well to continue progressing, just to continue keep wanting to make something of yourself, and despite all the limitations and despite the supposed setbacks, I know you're doing pretty amazing too, and like it's visible, it's visible.
Thank you. Like I always tell you, one at a time, one at a time.
Yeah.
And I hope things will get better. And
Yeah. Yay.
I'm excited for our next catch up. Okay, so
Yeah, I look forward to it too. No, thank you again for starting this.
I know it's late already, and I don't want to like take so much time. I really appreciate today. Thank you, Kim, for today.
No, thank you, Wenyi. Thank you. Such a good idea.
I hope you enjoy our conversation.
I do always, always do. Even if I look tired, like trust me, I'm enjoying this a lot. And bye, Wenyi. Take care.
Bye bye.